something great. Oh boy, I'm probably gonna die. So, I'm here on the volcanic island, or the volcanic islands, and what I really want to do, well, specifically towards me, is build a little hotel resort. Now, I've actually been to the resort I really want to base this off of, as well as the name. It's going to be essentially just ripped right off in a fun little manner, because this is something like my mother once loved, and I just can't help but think that this will be the perfect place to put it. We're going to be building Margaritaville. And maybe get a little bit more people to build their own things on this whole island. It's good. I really hope it's going to be fun. Like, I've been trying to... I'm probably on the Discord server, so like main chat right now. I'm trying to like figure out who wanted to terraform what. This is a lava flow on this island. You could probably put like a pier or two there. Those two islands look habitable. That one doesn't. You could probably also get away with putting a base there. Is there flowing lava in here? Okay, it's dead. Okay. Maybe you could put like a little swimming area right here, like a little like lighthouse. Yeah, I could see like a floating resort right there. You could probably build a few shacks here. We're gonna make it a rule here. If the island itself is entirely volcano, we'll probably just not like touch it with civilian infrastructure. So how do we want to do about this? I mean, volcanic, unless somebody whoever probably joins this, like the voice chat or the what is it? Or in the comment section of the video I'm making this for, wants to put forth an idea, or at least offer me a better island chain. I would like be all ears. Okay, so you have the big island here. That's Mount... I don't even know how to pronounce this. Tug Peak. Wait. Oh wait, never mind. That's this two islands. This is just a giant sandbar. Or wait, where even am I? I'm kind of lost. Oops. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go a bit exploring. Toddler choking. get to that. Tiny little lake. Do we want to put a resort here? Do we want to put a resort here? Maybe. I did not know there was a problem. What if I flash him with the light? I'm probably gonna die here. So, maybe a Disney cruise port right here. Not a bad spot. Like, maybe we can put, like, a little bit of a mini resort over here, but, like, we're talking, like, maybe some resorts along lakes right now. Just, like, get ahead of time. But, hold on, I want to get some of this stuff. The Cavern of Fate. Ooh, we could probably build some sort of resort on there. And let's wait for Martine to show up. Oh, that's a bird. Okay. Oh boy. Make a good sick as hell base. Is there anything under here? Oh wow. Fucking never ending cave. Hey, 454, I think I just found out where you could put that sick base. Well, I'm probably gonna have to zoom. Just labyrinth of tunnels. Just labyrinth. Oh my god, it goes under, it probably goes under the whole thing. Wow. Alright. We should probably start, take a screenshot of, like, the map, because, like, volcanic islands never really change. 454, I think I found out where your base could be. Ooh, we could put a village on top. Okay. Hear me out. Base here, maybe a little town village up there, maybe a base, like a military base. And then we could place, Margaritaville on, maybe a town there. Maybe a town there. Yeah, hold on, I'm actually gonna try and, like, ping some people and, like, invite some people into this, because I want to talk about this. don't know how I'm going to do. Of course, I'm not doing this alone. I only really want to build my Margaritaville, but I want to get everybody on this. Like, you could probably get away with building home. Let's actually go to the map. Okay. Okay, so we have the Kilman Sky. We should probably doing a bit of exploring. So there's Cavern of Sails in Lork's Cave. Oh! All three of these are connected. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna actually, have Mauritania poke around there. I'm gonna go grab some of our, pipeline access research ships. Okay, hi Chernobyl. Hi Chernobyl. Just hi Chernobyl. I'm saying it in such a stupid tone. It's so funny. Ironically, the moment I am recording this, it's the day this thing happens. That's ironic. Really is ironic. So, let's go grab some stuff. I'm gonna go grab, a few researching boats. And then I'm gonna go set them away. Yes. Alright, so I have to find the perfect research ship to take me there. Well, I think one of my friends is about to join. So where do I put this thing? That's my problem. I mean, not where do I... Yes, where I put the building, but, where... I'm gonna use the old, outdated ones. If they get destroyed, it's fine. Hey! Sorry, my mic might not be the best, so... You've probably seen the message. Like... Yes, someone joined the Discord, by the way. Like, the voice. So, what I have in mind... Hold on, I'm gonna go to the map and show you what I want to do. And it's... build an entire... We're literally taking over this entire thing. And we're just gonna build a city, essentially. But mainly what I want to do is, I'm doing this on my own accord, is building Margaritaville. My mother loves Margaritaville a lot. And... yes, Margaritaville. My mother loved that place. I remember going on a cruise on the, Mardi Gras.
You're ringing a little bit.
Oh yeah, I know. My, mic's not the best. I turn it, like, on and off. I can still hear you with my headphones, but, yeah. Hi, Molly. Yeah, so... Have you ever been, like, on a vacation?
Well, I live in my camper. I've been in Florida, so I guess, yeah.
I literally sailed out on the Mardi Gras, the very resort I'm building, like, Mardi Gras, like, the new one. And and at Grand Turk was the stop where my mother and all of us got off and enjoyed a time at Margaritaville. So I'm thinking now here, ooh, I like this like thing 454 has going on with this little tech as well as a bit of like mystery to it, but it's like it's fun. And then I'm thinking, wow, we have a whole bunch of islands over here that no one has essentially really touched, like non-mod wise. I know like they make mods that replace it. Like there's one called Woohoo Island, but they say like WHU something like woohoo, as in woohoo.
Yeah. I imagined them like funny.
Yeah, but so I really think one of the cool ideas. What if we got like brought stuff like all this the Oma Dock Marina and the heliport. That would actually greatly add on, because now there's a way people can like get to the island via the cruise terminal, and then would be able to have fun. Like they can rent a boat and go around the islands. The only thing here is people are going to say is, well, there's like, hold on, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe around 6 volcanoes. But the thing is, this is, I mean, people still live in Hawaii. A place notorious.
Right, so we're here for ideas, right?
Yeah, like there's 6 volcanoes.
Alright, so I have an idea. Have you seen those, like, beachside resorts that, like, float above the water? What if we did something like that off the coast? And it had, like, and it was, like, volcano reminiscent, and it was, like, a little resort thing? And they had, like, little boats and stuff by it that you could travel out to?
So wait.
You know what I mean?
One resort. Hold on, we're gonna put 2 resorts. So one's to like. I don't see where you could build much on the volcanic. I know offshore, but here's the thing. I don't know how close like they actually like build structures to the volcanoes, like in like around Hawaii.
Here, I'll Google some stuff real quick. I have my computer booted up right now.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh yeah, the other person with us said don't build near volcanoes. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Unless you like, you can build. I'm gonna say this. You're probably okay with building near bases. I mean, people do that. Like civilizations do that a lot. Like Yes, and have been destroyed. Pompeii, Hercules were destroyed by Vesuvius, and then there was this whole lake that was buried under Mount St. Helens. Well, yeah, essentially is you. I would say if you want to build like a few things, maybe staying on the beaches will probably be the safest like option.
All right.
So, hold on, what's that? I need to get back to, hold on, am I still on the island, or am I, no, I'm trying to, get a research boat to check out some of the offshore stuff, like, the layer of Mobius. Well, I need to look up what Mobius is in the first place. So is this, the only time I heard Mobius is, like, some sort of vampire, and then the world
I've heard Mobius, like, the Mobius strip, I think. That's the only time I've heard of it. Like an optical illusion or something, I don't know.
Oh, an optical illusion. I mean, that makes sense, because when I was checking it out earlier, like, in this little thing, like on camera, Eggnog Cave, Lork's Cave, and Cavern of Sails were probably just doing that, what is it? Cave diver meme? They're probably all connected.
Yeah.
They are connected?
I don't know, not sure.
No, like, the cave, like, cave-wise, like, they're all underwater caves.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, on stream, ooh, 454, I know where that new base is going.
Alright, so, I'm on Google, and I found something. What if we built, you know how, like, some places they have, like, houses, like, built into the walls? Like, what if we designed, like, something that, like, it matched the color of the volcano, it looks like it was, like, built out of the volcano wall? You know, we can't really dig into it, like, in-game, but we can make it, like, it look like it, English! We make it look like it was, like, built out of volcano soot, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
I bet you, yes, if something like that happens, like, I mean, it depends. Essentially, it's like, I'm trying to ask people, what do you want to build, and then, okay, let's put that on a lot here. Essentially, we're just, right now, this is like the, hey everybody, it's free real estate. Let's figure out where we want to put our things. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my perfect Margaritaville. Like, I haven't even built the Margaritaville yet, but I really want to know where I could put it. It's like...
Well, this is like a group add-on project thing?
Yeah, it's like everybody can make their own thing. Cave of Tavern's Island is probably a good place to, like, put a resort, but then it's probably going to get over-noticed by the whole city idea you could probably build here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could also take reference images of, like, I'm going to use reference images of Margaritaville. Maybe, like, real reference images of Hawaii and, the Caribbean.
It is a good thing I never actually turn off my computer, because I've had Stormworks loaded up for the past, like, 40 hours. So I'm trying to go to the area we're looking at right now.
Yeah, this is, like, what we have. I wonder if we can, like, as a joke for Danny, because I've actually talked with him, like, in his server, if he could just build a little boat, shipyard right here, because it's near his island, like...
Yeah?
And it's just like, oh yes, we build our boats on a volcanic island in the middle of... Ocean.
Ocean. Alright, so, I found where I think I might want to build my area is possibly in G-Tug Peak, because I think, let me teleport there.
Oh yeah,
Based on...
Oh, sorry.
Let's...
Didn't mean to cut you off. G-Tub Peak.
Alright.
Oh, where is that? Oh my god, I want to see that. Oh, wait.
That's where I'd probably build mine.
Now, we have to think about this, because we already got that message. Don't build near volcanoes, son. Have you ever heard of the White Island eruption?
Not really.
So, I first heard of it from, this guy, Mr. Baldwin, which, he first was a Navy SEAL, and now he's, like, out of there, and he's talking about these ghost stories and stuff.
Yeah, I used to...
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Oh, yeah. White Island. Hold on, I gotta pull up on Wikipedia just so, like, hold on. White Island. It is a island in New Zealand. And then on the 9th of December 2019 one, they have this thing. So the island of, like, yeah, White Island, or Wakari Island, is essentially just one volcano that sits 1/3 above the water. And, they have this scale system. One, you could do tours, like, it's like, there's no eruption, it's not gonna happen today. 2 means there's a likely chance of an eruption happening. And 3 is, nah, we're not letting anyone near this place. Now, on the 9th of December, there was a, level 2, as in, like, be wary. And ironically, all this did was say, people wanted to go there more. So they had, like, 4 or 5 extra, like, tourist boats head out to White Island. And then it was time for, like, this, time period where the boats have to come back. And everybody's, like, getting on the boats. There's, like, 2 parties still near the caldera. And then it erupts with 2 boats still, like, docked at the island. A whole bunch of people get killed by this. Hold on, how much? What was it? Yeah, it's all on video. Like, the whole eruption. So, this is why I feel like you could probably build something nearby. Like, probably here. And just have giant signs that say, we just explored G-Tub. You could probably also build, like, essentially, it's build White Island on G-Tug Peak. But, yeah, if the island itself isn't entirely the volcano, it probably shouldn't be touched by civilian infrastructure.
I guess so. Right now I'm on G-Tug Peak, and I don't see any smoke. I only see the volcanoes nearby. The smoke.
You don't see the active caldera. If you, like, go to my screen, it's active. Like, not, like, actively erupting, but it's like, if you click the erupt button, it's probably going to be one of the ones that blow. Wait, hold on.
I'll send you a screenshot.
Oh, this isn't G-Tug. That's, oh my god, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I am an idiot.
No, we're all idiots. We're in this together. Let's not forget it.
The island I was mentioning was Sid V. Oh
yeah.
my god.
I was right there, because I thought that little hole area would make a good place to put, like, a resort dock thing. And then I looked, and I opened my map, and I realized it was an active volcano. So.
I honestly thought, I'm getting mixed up about stroke moment. Actually, you could build your resort and call it not the White Island Resort, the Sid V Point Resort.
And it would be, like, overlooking Sid V Point.
Not overlooking. Maybe, like, the island, like, there's, like, a tour area that says we go to Sid V Island. And, what if we get one of those tech things that say there's a likely chance of an eruption? Like, 1 is green, 2 is yellow, 3 is red.
How would we detect, like eruptions with the disaster system? How would we do that?
I have no idea. There's, like, a certain style of building is sometimes I just find these free to use stuff and just tack it into, like, a hole. Or that's what I like doing. As well as me finding, like, all this furniture and nice stuff to throw on. Margaritaville, I'm gonna build the little foundation, then find a way to build a pool. And then add this whole bar area as well as with, what was it? I imagine if I could find a way to build a lazy river.
I think you could do the pool with using, like, the thing that makes it spawn in with wood and stuff.
Yeah, I know how to... The pool is easy, but how do you get a lazy river?
Yeah, you can't really make an artificial current. You could use water jets, maybe. I'm not sure if that would work, though.
Or you could just build, like, a little track system and have... No?
Yeah, because then how would you do the turns?
Yeah, fair point.
If propellers didn't kill you, we could use, like, sliding tracks, maybe? But then how would we curve those as well?
Okay, so you want G-Tug Peak. We can work with that. And then, wait, so, hold on. We also need to think, we also got cruise ships running this. I originally had, like, a little Mauritania made by Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using that to like just chill around here. So we're gonna have several like. I was thinking about just one giant one near my resort, the Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Of course, I still don't know where to put it. Um, but yeah, I get. But how? Wait, how are people going to even get to G Tug in the first place?
I think what I'd do is I would make like some like paths that would go up it using like different pieces that would go up it,
Oh,
and it'd have like a dock at the bottom, and we'd have like stairways going up towards the top, and you have little places where you can chill and look at the volcanoes around you.
oh, that's actually a
But
fair point. Hold on, I got an
yeah,
idea. Uh, how much do you know about like all these different spooky little areas and places? Uh,
I'm I am into history. It's just I'm not into like English. I can't.
English.
I don't. Yes. All right. So I don't really know much about any of the story with volcanoes or any of that.
Oh, this one's not a volcano. It is still Hawaii, which is half the theme we're going for. Have you ever heard of the Stairway to Heaven?
No.
So, Hawaii. I think this thing was built right after the attack of Pearl Harbor. They had this two massive radar arrays on top of two peaks, and the way you get up from to those two peaks is this giant,
Wait a second.
the Stairway to Heaven, or the Stairs to Heaven. Staircase to... Yeah, the Staircase to Heaven. We could probably find another way to put that, maybe like a military base, like one of those small ones, not like anything around here.
Yeah.
But it's like, essentially we're building Hawaii. I like how that's just how it's just, like, what real things can we throw in
Alright,
here?
now so this is gonna be all our structures that we're gonna build are gonna be put in an add-on. Is each island gonna have a separate add-on that it's like grouped together with links to everyone else's add-on, or is it gonna be one main one and everyone's considered a contributor?
I think, yeah, it's gonna be one big one and everybody's like a contributor. You know,
Alright.
so you're gonna have a resort on not Root and Toon Peak. G Tug.
Yeah.
So it just looks like a little like wait a minute. You know what I just noticed? Have you ever
What?
heard of that Disney song "I Love You"? This island, it has a face. Do you see the face? Like,
Yeah, I
this
can kind of see
this
it.
one's an eye, that one's an eye, and that's just one giant smile. That's funny.
Huh. I gotta start writing this stuff down.
You gotta start doing stuff down. You know,
Hello?
the people who
Alright, you
make...
can cut out for a second.
Sorry. Oh, I cut out?
Yeah, I can still hear it. I can hear it now, though.
I know, it's probably sounding so annoying with this mic. I hear you
That's
perfectly.
alright.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Alright. So, we should probably, like, get ourselves into, like, one server for, like, another one of these, like...
Yeah, I
things.
think we should make like an ideas server for this
Ideas,
project.
yeah, not a bad idea. As well as like a videos about everybody's like progress. Like it would be a good idea to like show the love. I love like doing stuff like this. And we should all like us two. We should probably just grab one of like 454's like probably expired boats for right now, just to keep it that. And we are probably gonna just like
I can make like a tour boat. I think I
No.
can do that.
like we just need to like still doing that. It's free real estate moment is we need to check out everything.
All right. So we're touching this island because no one else has really built here.
Yeah, we're going over here because nobody's touched it. Like all of it wise, except like they just make a mod that changes the entire thing to one giant island.
Yeah. Yeah, if anyone wants me to like make a riverboat or anything, well, not really a river. You know what I mean, like a tour boat. I can do that. I've seen a lot of tour boats.
I've been on a lot of cruise ships, and I've been to I've actually been on 3 I can recall, all 3 of which were Carnival.
I mean, my mom used to live in Hawaii, so I can ask her if we need any inspiration for stuff, because she used to live there for like, I think 8 months? I'm not sure.
That's honestly,
She went.
So, Mount... Some of this stuff just has, like, an outstanding name. Like, names. Eggnog Cave. Is the thing just filled with eggnog on that side? Lorik's Cave. Oh!
It's got eggnog seas.
Is this like a little pond? Or is this like the entrance to its cave? Because cave diver moments, you know, like where they get their feet stuck?
Yeah.
That's essentially what these 3 islands are probably going to be like noted for. Like, this is why
That'd be cool if we found like a cave. We could make it so it's like a guided, like cave diving thing. If we, you know what I mean?
Oh, that would be so funny, but yet so messed up. Like somebody died, or like the Mr. Baldwin and then the scary, interesting videos. That's what hyped me for the cave diving. Not like in I want to go to one, but moreover like, ooh, somebody died mysteriously.
You said that we would we'd record your progress in videos. I have a really crappy computer, so I can't really use OBS. Is there anything else that would work well for recording videos for Stormworks? 'Cause
I mean, I'm talking to you right now. I don't plan on, like, if you want to make your videos on your end, that's fine.
No, I mean, like, if like documenting our progress. You know what I mean?
I don't know what computer are you even using? I mean, I used OBS, but you're hearing it.
I have an Acer, and it's basically just a monitor. I don't even have a thing that it goes into. It is pretty much just a monitor with processing power.
Isn't that what a laptop is? It's just like a monitor. It's just like a tablet with a keypad.
Yeah, basically. I'll find a way. I know I will.
Yeah, but I like the idea of having like. I thought, okay, probably I'm gonna get to have like the only resort of this entire place. But hearing other people having like ideas for resorts and like other like facilities, sounds interesting, because imagine, wait, what would you call your resort? You got, I mean, would you, what is it?
I mean, it'd probably be. I'd have to think on that for a second, but I'd probably come up with some like name that's like referencing, you know, something. You know, hello again, Strato. So I'd have to think on a name, but I'll come up with one.
Not now I can talk.
Oh, you can talk now. Okay. So throughout this entire stream, we've been talking about how we want to do this. She asked the question, if everybody's like gonna have their own little like separate add-ons for each island when we like decide to build like everything on this island. Like everybody builds their own thing, just slaps it right where they want it.
On every single island?
Oh yeah, this is Hawaii now.
If we get enough people on the project, we'd probably get every single island.
Like
oh, so it's a community project, a group project?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And
oh,
so for the giant, for like, it's one big add-on, everybody says what they made because that's what they want to put there. Molly wants to put a resort on G-Tug Peak, and I stupidly thought at first these 2 islands were like the opposite, as in I thought she was talking about this one, and I brought up the White Island incident, where they decided to let people just walk on an active volcano.
Yeah, I've heard actually. I heard it all.
Yeah, White Island. And then we were joking about how these 3 caves are probably connected. One of which
they are. I surveyed all of them.
Oh, you did. So all you were thinking, maybe one of these spaces, if we could talk about to like directly to 454, if you wanted to build like a super cool secret base or something. Like the only thing.
Yeah, you can literally go into the Tails cave and go out the Mobius or the eggnog here. Every
I knew something was
single
gonna
one
take.
But
connects
we
in
could
some
do
way.
like submarine tours there.
Yeah,
No,
there's
it sucks. There's zero visibility, and the walls are literally the color of the water, so
ah
you
Oh.
will
yes.
not know uh, that you will hit the wall in 1 second before it is too late.
Ah
So it's
yes.
actually impossible to steer.
It's just like the whole cave diver meme, which is there's still people stupid enough to do it.
I
Some
think that just normal diving with a diving suit is much safer. That's why I made a national park with normal diving down there, with some trails and everything. Maybe I will post it one day.
maybe you'll put. I mean, wait. Do we even want to consider putting a hospital? I mean, there is a hospital boat. Wait, no. Does that hospital boat always circle the
I mean, we'd have to think. It would probably be something on one of the biggest islands if we put a hospital there. But would it really be necessary? Is what we gotta think.
Yeah,
Like, would it
what's
fit the team?
yeah, like so if she's putting her resort on G-Tug, would it be necessary to just put my Margaritaville resort on Cod Cave? No, it doesn't like fit well.
But then the question is, who would get the biggest islands? Like, how do we split these up between people? Like, who would get the name not loading? Who would get Mount Trapdoor? You know what I mean?
I don't think
Okay,
we just give one island to one individual. It just like depends on what's
We
actually
could just,
getting
like-
built.
I think we should split up the biggest island between everyone, so everyone gets a stake of the biggest island.
I like how this is turning into super real estate, but mainly it's the idea of saying, hey, I want to build something, and then we just think about where we actually want to put stuff like this. Like, Mount
Yeah.
Trapdoor, now note, we already talked about this before a bit. We don't want to build direct, there's Rune 2, not Rune 2, I keep
Yeah,
mixing up
we don't want to build on the volcanoes, because that's
Yes.
a dumb idea.
Trust me. Oh god, the wind.
But maybe guided tours around the base, but we don't want to build towards the top. And we need to
Ow.
find a way to make it. And we need to. Maybe there's a way we can use like coding or something. I don't know. I don't know how to code. Maybe there is a way to detect volcanoes, but I wouldn't know.
I mean, there is
I'm
a thing
stupid.
saying that there is a. Oh wait, technically Stormworks already does this. So we're gonna. Hold on, I'm gonna go right here. So the problem is, yeah, you probably get away with building a few things near the bases of some volcanoes. But my main problem is like, how much can we actually terraform of this entire thing? We might want to like, so. No, this would probably be an add-on. That will require me because I do like the idea of adding 4x4 to teleport. Oh my god, that choke sound effect. So we're probably gonna just create a bunch of like maps out of this, just to like zone everything and like
Oh,
this is like a no-touch zone.
that is pretty awesome over
Yeah,
here.
like we need to have a map for like where people can't go because it's too dangerous in the event of an eruption.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Also, hold on. That as well is what islands are close enough you just essentially want to build a bridge to it. This is out of place. Is that on your screen, like on your map as well?
Here, let me check. So that is down there. Yep, I see it too.
Okay, so that's an actual like usable island. Oh wait, yeah. I was like getting so confused. Like, wait, this looks like one of those mini islands that doesn't belong.
Yo, chat, can I get Tails Caves Island? Because I'm also gonna want to build something.
You also want to create something. Where you want to like do?
The Tails Caves, on the
Cavern of
right.
Tails.
Yeah, exactly this one.
Oh, so okay, so you near the entrance. On top looks like something.
Well,
you
I
could
mean,
build.
that's where my visitor center is. I could also add my current national park onto it.
Yeah. That
If
sounds
I
like a
modify it because it sucks.
Yeah, that's like a good idea to like put like a little natural park there. Hold on, I'm gonna put like an image and feel like it's a sign that needs to go in, like, near the entrance of almost every single one of these caves. Like, it's a bit of a funny moment, but it's, like, also kind of, like, something that sounds like you should probably take seriously. It's that Grim Reaper sign
Yeah,
that
like those.
says...
Yeah, the Reaper, exactly. But you will not survive 10 seconds there.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper diving sign that says, "Stop, prevent your death, go no further."
Yeah,
Those signs
exactly.
are always bone chilling.
Honestly, we should probably also think of, like, a scary tale, ooh, to go around these taverns.
Oh yeah, that would be cool if we made like a war story kind of thing.
A war
But like,
story, no, like, war story
I mean,
sounds
I was using that as like a way like we put like a story of like something really brutal that happened on one of the islands and it's just really haunted for some reason.
that would
I
not
mean,
be
I
bad.
could add some weird story to my national park.
Yeah, like,
Because like some surveyor just got swallowed alive by sharks, and now the cave is haunted.
or no, it's like, the cave isn't haunted, it's like, oh, what is it? It's like liminal space.
Ominous.
It's like ominous, yes, but just super creepy. It's like being in a room that's dark, like you have no light. The fear isn't.
Uncanny?
Well, like the fear isn't in the fact that you are alone in the dark. It's afraid of not being alone in the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're afraid of what's in the dark.
Yeah, you're afraid of like something watching you.
Yeah.
That's what kind of gives this ominous vibe to here. Now, the war story, we could just build like some sort of...
That's exactly why I added warning shark signs in this national
Yeah,
park
the warning
for it
signs.
to be scary.
I mean, we could base one of these islands, like maybe this one off of Martha's Vineyard. That's the island that they used for Amity and Jaws. So one of these could be like based off of like not Amityville. Martha's Vineyard. We have like, yeah, for like Shark Island, like but mainly like these three. If you've seen like both Mr. Ballin and Scaredly Interesting about like the people who do stupid stuff and die and like get trapped in these things, that's what terrifies about like cave diving or like was it? Yeah, cave diving and spelunking. Or is it spelunking?
I am curious.
I'm gonna be AFK for like 10 minutes.
That's fine.
Alright. About how we'd actually like build our creations. If our creations are like multi-part, how would we like say the staircase that I'd build up to the top of the hill on my island, right?
Yeah.
That would have to be in multiple parts because I can't get the sizing exactly right. You know, how would we know how to connect the different multi-part?
Is this like excluding the fact that you hold on? So you could build like go to one like server bit and build with a modified workbench, like to make it the side like the scale bigger. And then just when you come to this server, like the build, the actual like where we try and build everything, you could test in an add-on. Like you're at first it's gonna be like everybody has their own add-on bit, like they just
And then we'll merge them together at the end.
Oh yes. I don't know how we're gonna. So one computer, though, is gonna have to do that.
I think it could be used if you came up with the idea.
I don't know about good. That's like how good I am at placing things, but I mean it depends on who has the best computer in here. Mine's
It can't be me then. It definitely can't be me.
I don't know if it's me. Like probably me out of right now, unless Strato says he has the best.
Well, that would mean we'd probably actually have to bring in someone who has a beefy computer. Like that would mean we might
asked if some like the higher ups like 454 wanted to come and like join this and talk about what they want to like put on here or like what they have. So we have me with Margaritaville. Also your war story thing, that's actually not a bad idea because essentially, if you think about it, we already have been talking about Hawaii. We just build something that's like some areas that resemble Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Wait, real quick about bringing in some higher ups in the 4x4S team. The thing about that is I don't want them to be too involved because this is our project and something I felt when they boycotted Larry in the build challenge. Yes, I'm still upset about that. I felt certain anger at them because they controlled everything. When I was told Larry was going to be not allowed in the add-ons and stuff, I was angry about them. So I don't want them to be too big of a part, because then it feels like they're taking over our thing. You know what I mean?
If they decide to pull that stunt and it's on camera, oh god, I will unleash all sorts of hell. You don't steal a
Yes.
man's work. Like, in a way.
Yeah.
Unless you say, I took this thing from this... Like, how I do this is, I took this thing from this guy and used this thing and put them all together, and then I have this nice little Frankenstein of a boat. I like just Frankensteining some stuff. Like, some housing stuff did this once, like in New Zealand. They were wiped out by a hurricane or something, and then they took a bunch of like shipping containers and built like an entire town out of them.
It's cool.
So I think I was trying to do that with like a boat. It had the same lifeboat system as one of Danny's like ships. I think it was the Francis Crozier, having like where it would pop the boat out and then just drop it and have the diver quickly just go back inside. Or no, it was a hatch where it would pop open, drop the boat, and that was that.
Yeah.
And then I think I was having one of like his 454's cat generators. I probably still have the boat. So we could probably like maybe whoever wants to like get involved when we actually go like survey this whole stuff with like a few of 454's boats, because they're
right now it's just like a very, very testing startup page kind of thing.
Yeah, this is more of like the startup. I always thought of that
Yeah.
because how would you like go about like advertising like you're part of the island? It's like everybody's got a whole business. Oh my gosh.
What I think we would do is on like the creation add-on page is we would have like we'd have like the different pictures of each different like part in where you like showcase the creation or whatever. And someone would damn English. And someone would each get a screenshot or two, in that part.
Yeah, maybe like here's the idea. It's called like selectiveness when it comes to like advertising. You take a few pictures of your thing, and just so everybody like goes, I'm quite curious. I want to see more of this. And there you go.
Yeah,
you
so
reeled them in.
They would load up and be like, oh, this looks nice. I'm curious what it is, and then they'd download it and stuff.
Yeah, then they hooked in, and then they're just like surprised by, whoa, cool.
Yeah. But that would mean
If I
we'd have to
actually
put in,
got like some screenshots of this national park, I'm gonna send them onto the general chat. Because I think I could have some, but it's also my phone, so it's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, I texted like a few of them, people, including Molly on my phone, because my stream was too busy like actually looking at that, and I was discussing about like how I wanted to like at first go about this by myself. Just let like YouTube like community posts and like people who would eventually join talk about this.
I'm glad you brought me here, by the way.
Yeah, honestly. Hold on, general. Hold on. I'm going over to like the general chat to look at it.
No, I haven't sent anything yet. If my OneDrive happens to have the photos, I'm gonna send them.
Yeah. So, I like the idea of like having a few businesses go against each other, but the problem is like we've already solved it a bit. Molly has one like on this side of like and I'm like on the total opposite side. I'm near where the people are. Where some resorts want to be near the people.
I want mine to be like a private. You go there to have fun.
Okay, I have some photos. I'm gonna send them.
Alright.
I feel like at some point when I have to go around editing like this stuff, like because there's some long pauses where I stop a bit, I'm going to probably pull up those photos just so everybody has a visualization of what we're even talking about.
Yeah.
Also, I like how when in the background there's like my computer going on in the stream. It's just like how if you guys know whatever. I know Molly's definitely into like this historical stuff than I am. We're just big history nerds. Uh,
Yeah, I'm in like World War II history and stuff like that. I'm not as much into the.
Edwardian era. Yeah, the Edwardian
Yeah.
era. That's what catches my attention too. Edwardian, like, and stuff from like the 1800s, like probably like.
Okay, I've sent it all. The
Alright.
first photo is the visitor center,
Oh
but
my.
That is
it's
nice.
all infinite electric. So
Okay, so we're
well,
gonna
I
use.
have to
So,
fix that.
we'd have to wait.
We,
Are we gonna make how would we generate like would we use like a main generator thing and have like underwater like how would we get everything powered? Would it use infinite electric? Like what would we
No,
I
I think I have infinite electric now, but I think I'm just gonna slap like 1,000 batteries because it's an add-on, so it doesn't really matter. The second photo is a place of point of interest called the stomach because it looks
wait,
like a
I am
stomach and
curious.
it leads
I don't know.
directly to
add like
the layer of Mobius or whatever.
so the layer
Wait,
of
can I
The
ask
Mobius.
you
third one the third
do
one is
any of you
like
know
I think it was called a trachea because it looks like a trachea, and the fourth one is just a random tunnel.
I feel like hold on, we I like how you name stuff after like the locations. Like also adding on some more items. Like I've heard of like the first chamber, the second chamber, the dead end,
wait
or
guys
the devil's hole, or it's
And
not
the
even.
also
devil
there's like this air pocket. I named it the Last Hope because in lore some surveyors were found there alive.
Oh yeah, the last hope. Or what was it? There was another one called. I think also in the Devil's Hole it was Brown's
It
Room.
actually got heavily inspired by the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park.
Oh, also I'm seeing
If
what.
anyone knows what it is.
Hold on, I'm seeing all your messages. I want to see what you've actually said because they've only rarely been popping up. So yeah, underwater cave in the sky limit. Yeah, this is what really caught my attention. The don't build near volcanoes, son. Oh yes, you could build. Don't build near them. Like, how do I put this? We've all heard of Mount St. Helens and was it Hercules and Pompeii getting destroyed by the volcanoes that they were near the bases of.
yeah.
No,
So we
it's
don't
like
want
a
to
warning. It isn't entirely wrong to build near volcanoes.
Yeah, I heard the
It
soldiers.
just
it's great.
carries 7 times normal than normal risk, but it's still very slim. So I guess heed my advice if you actually care, but it's still so low. You might never even see a Stormworks volcano erupt by itself in your
Yeah, I
life.
read your in the general that you said it only happened once in 1,400 hours, and I can back that up. It's happened to me twice in about 1,700 hours. So
And remember,
volcano eruptions
It's
are very.
pretty rare
how
occurrence.
many volcanoes are erupting in Hawaii right now as we speak? Probably only like one or
It's
two.
not like a daily worry that
Yeah,
a
it's not a
volcano is
daily
gonna erupt.
worry, but we should at least have some
It could
sort of
still be
facilities.
problematic. It could still be problematic. Like if someone has our add-on and fell in volcano erupts, it could mess up our add-on. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not like Hawaii's.
I mean, let's make it so our add-on can't get damaged with the
I'm not saying
add-on
we should
over.
make our things volcano proof, just moreover people can get out of there anyway. It's not over like let's protect the buildings as much if you know what I mean. It's moreover can we make sure nobody
People.
gets killed during this altercation? Because if somebody gets
I
killed,
mean, you can build a volcano-proof bunker if it's airtight.
what if we just made it one of the tunnels? No, that wouldn't be safe. I mean, the idea of
Then how would you get down if you really had to get out?
I would use a helicopter or like a supersonic capsule to get out quickly. It would
no,
work
moreover,
because
like if it's
uh,
set like the well, what was it? the game actually has like a warning system saying there's gonna be like a natural disaster. That's probably when you have like a general alarm system going on. It's like, oh my god, you better leave before
Yeah,
we
we
I
need
all
mean,
to
if
find
you
a
have the
die.
way to like
Zizos
track
addon
when the
on,
alarms are
then
going on.
there is a warning. But normally your screen just starts shaking, and that's when you have about 30 seconds before you're dead.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah, like back to Mount St. Helens, there was this guy who was meant to be taking pictures, and that interrupted, and he just took as many photos as he could, put like the camera in his lunchbox, and then trailed like what was it? He threw his body onto it and like held it like it was a child. He was dead. He was found, yes, dead, but the photos he had were like haunting because you just see this wall of fiery death coming his way.
That is.
Yes. Some of the stuff that we're using for real inspiration, people actually we're getting killed these ways. As much as we like joking about it, it's a good idea to give that ominous vibe. Like,
Yeah.
like you have, instead of like going, haha, let's just do it and stuff, it's like, do I really want to do this type thing?
I think if you actually mix some, when did this white island or whatever thing happen? What
20
year?
Wait, guys. What if we have like somewhere on one of the islands we have like a museum, and it has like stuff documenting the real life events that happened?
I mean, we could probably just put plaques near areas instead, but a museum would sound good for like general history. I mean, we should.
Yeah.
I mean, a military base, like as well as like, what will we dub it? We
Who would we? And we have to start by thinking small because we can't really think too big now. Because as of now, we have maybe 3 people interested in the project, including well, basically everyone on this call. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we don't know if anyone else ready to act is going to join this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. But like for us 3 right now, I have a Margaritaville. He's got a national park. You have like a private island resort. The Menu. Have you seen that movie called The Menu where they had this private island with a super like high class restaurant and all that? It's like all to themselves. You could have something based off that, but like near the peaks, it's like still like its own little resort, but it's for like the mega rich, not like the rich enough to afford like a day out cruise or such.
I think the way I would. Well, I take into the thing you said about the radios earlier. I'd probably, at the very peak, I'd have an observation thing with a little part that extends further and have some, like, radio dishes on it, so it looks like a radio stand, but it's also an observation stand from the people. I'd probably have some resorts connected by paths to, like, restaurants and stuff like that, and then I'd have a dock at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't say resorts, as in like you're planning on building multiple on this island. This feels like this island itself, the entire thing is just one giant resort, but just sectioned.
Yeah. What I'd also want to do is, like, what if we had an island that was, like, specifically... Damn it, I forgot what I was... Okay, you know what, never mind. I forgot what I was saying.
Specifically, hold on, I'm gonna go back to the map. Oh, so this is killing me. Like, the sound... No, oh wait, I'm on the ground. Okay.
But now that I think about it, now that we've brought up like, the fact that there's not that many people working on this project yet, how do we get more people in on this? You know what I mean?
I don't know, post it here, post it on Reddit.
I'm like, streaming our entire discussion, like, with OBS. And I'm gonna actually put it on, YouTube, see what everybody in the comments thinks.
And also, I think that you can put it on Reddit because somebody is going to eventually see it on Reddit, but
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that on YouTube. because there's like no
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna actually
there's
right
no
now.
channels. There's no channels with specific topics.
Yeah, hold on. I'm actually gonna use right now or just sail to like the island with a boat I kind of custom built with Oma like things. I haven't like released or anything. Don't know if I want to. So I, with
Yeah.
permission of this like the original guy, he made was it the SS Borealis, and I painted it and all this Oma things and I threw it on the containers, like a DIY makeover. Like it's like one of those old, not like it's a rust bucket. It's meant to be like one of the rust buckets.
Yeah.
And it uses the old containers. Like there's a living quarters. There's all this stuff. I probably need to figure out like newer lifeboats over these ones.
Mm.
But
Oh wait, I know this ship. It's a rust bucket exactly like you said. I
yes,
have it subscribed, but it sucks because there's no sky crane and it's not really a viable ship for container hauling.
It's
yeah,
more of like a thing you use to plink around with. That's what I'm getting.
yeah. So there is technically a crane. It's just for the submarine right here.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna lift
really
the
like
container with that?
yeah, DIY makeover exactly.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, have you guys seen like ocean liners designs? Uh, it's like DIY makeovers and stuff. Some of which really you have to question what the person was actually thinking, and then some of those are like just chef's kiss golden and like they cooked a 5-star.
Hmm.
This is like one of those that I don't know how it would feel, but there's still some makeover work I have to do, but this is what I have right now. The was it? I think did I already rename it to the? It's still got the name Borealis because that feels appropriate. Yeah, Borealis.
Also, do you have like is this a modded workbench? Because the
Yes,
ship is pretty high up.
yes, I did. I don't like the fact that the mod workbench makes it so I can't spawn the thing. So if we use like, there's probably going to be 2 servers, one for building, the other one for like maybe testing and stuff like. So one for building because you have this giant workbench and I said with Tamale, which she was saying I probably have to build my thing in sections. I don't know this. I think this may take up the entire most, if not the entire island she wants to use.
I want to keep it as natural as possible. I want it to look like it's built into it. I don't want it to be like giant, massive, overzealous. I want it to, keep all its natural stuff so
Yeah.
it doesn't look. I don't want it to take over the island.
Imagine.
I want to have like
Imagine.
I want to have like a restaurant, 2 resorts, dock, and a lookout. I don't want to go too big.
Yeah, like it's a small boat dock, like something like a dinghy or a small tour boat gets to, not like a full-fledged ocean liner or a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike mine's probably gonna be like near like a cruise ship pier that's big enough to hold something like
Yours, it would seem like you plan on going like bigger. You want to have like
go big
like a
or go
resort.
home. Yeah, I was listening to what was it? The song who was it made by? Mambo Number 5, and I thought, ooh, what if I had this pictures of from like what was it? I was messing around with this cruise ship photos and stuff, some of which I captured from was it? I took pictures of during my trip on Mardi Gras, and I thought, ooh, what if you had this like vintage style beat that of like photos of all these cruises, like older ships like Oceanos or and the original Mardi Gras, like the 1971 version, not the one that's here right now. Moreover, it's like a bit of fun. It's like me and you like it, Edwardian era style. It's like everybody doesn't know what much they're getting themselves into, and it's more of a. I didn't mention this. Like I'm also with like this friend with this animator who makes a lot of stuff, And she said, like, I was talking about playing, like, one of her villains, like, she needed, like, one. And it was a school bully. I said, you should probably have the bully to have that 1980s to 90s, like, style, because I said, in the, like, 2000s, like, nowadays, they'll say mean things to you, but they'll never put your hand, like, they'll never actually put their hands on you. They rarely ever put their hands on you.
Yeah, like,
In 1980,
I know from experience, boys nowadays, they they're
just
weak. The most they can do is swear at you. You know what I mean?
they just give you the finger and just like they might just throw you around, but they don't actually like beat you up.
Yeah.
Like they don't go like
They don't give you a black eye. You know,
they don't give black eyes like anymore. They may like poke you and stuff. They don't do that. Now I said 1980s because oh boy, you got kids over here pulling switchblades. Some of them like outside school horsing around with like their dad's gun or something.
Yeah, like for real. Nobody
What was
gave anything about kids in the
like they just did not care.
They didn't.
Yeah, I was so it was like this. When I was told, I got told her about this like character idea. She was actually on board a bit because I mentioned it had to look like one of those 19. I don't know, not 19. Yeah, a greaser. That's what they call him, like leather jacket, a bit of a troublemaker in that way. And she said the outsiders. I said yeah, and then I was sourcing like some like basing for it. It was it Bully Repperton from the Christine. What was it? The kid from It, like who wears a red shirt and is an absolute bully. And that felt like I love like doing stuff where I have to get to a character, like you know how to make your character look like either like a decent human being or like an absolute jerk or like an absolute saint.
Yeah, it's really hard to make. It's really hard to make a character that doesn't align with something at its core. You know, like you make a sadistic character, it's gonna align with sadistic. No matter what you do with the character. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I feel like we got a little off topic, but I'm glad we can keep
English.
Yeah, I'm
My father
struggling.
always jokes about that, like how when you struggle like a bit, me with like, I don't know if any of you know I have ADHD and autism, like as well as like Happy.
Twinsies!
Yeah, Happy's the animator I'm talking about. She has ADHD too. Imagine this whole thing is made by everybody who's like has ADHD.
You know what's funny?
What?
I have ADHD and autism too.
Hey!
Why does literally everyone have autism now? I have to ask the question.
Are you autistic
I've
too?
come to the
No, I
conclusion.
am not.
Aww.
And my dad dropped me on my head when I was a child, so
Oh my god.
I was
No,
3
but
weeks old.
I actually want to do some research on this because I think microplastics can be at fault for this rising number of people with autism, because there is more microplastic everywhere, and that eventually gets into the balls, and the child comes out slightly dysfunctioning because the balls were malfunctioning.
Wow, this conversation has devolved.
Please, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt with my camera and stuff if I'm uploading this, that you're saying walls, W-A-L-L, not what I think you just said.
Yeah, you see you're saying walls.
Alright, I mean,
Wow,
Yeah.
we've gotten very off topic.
It's like we have actual idea. And also, I managed to get in contact with the person who made this. I think a Japanese creator. Uh, and so what when you convert a ship, like as well as throw stuff on that you want. If you're ever like converting something, cargo ships,
You
cargo
gotta
ship.
tell them that you're converting their creation.
Yeah, I did. I asked them that, and like they said, go with it. Like I had to talk with them with Google Translate just so like my English like. Well, I think I sent an English message only to get responded with Japanese, and I had to translate it.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the exact messaging from the actual creation. Give me a sec. Hold on. So, cargo ships and all. Yeah, when you build something, how I do this is I like to get a bit nitpicky.
Wait, I had an idea on how we could recruit more people to this. You said that you wanted to, like, you're uploading this stream onto YouTube, right?
Yes.
So what if we put, like, we make a Discord server for people who are in the project, and we put the link, like, under the YouTube video?
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea.
So if anyone's interested, they can, type in the link and...
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. So wait, how many? Me and you are both like animating and like making stuff.
I can't draw really well, but...
Yeah, you told me before. I'm not gonna give it away, but you told me you had to use some sort of like website to make a little something.
My profile picture.
Okay, I didn't want to like. I was not gonna keep that discreet, just in case.
It's alright.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
fine.
care.
That character looks so good though. It's like that looks like. Is that like meant to be like their prom outfit as a joke? I'm joking, probably.
No, it's just an outfit that I thought looked good.
Also, how many of us actually wear glasses?
I don't.
Where what?
Glasses.
No, I do.
I do too.
Oh, I don't wear glasses.
Okay. So I'm switching from these like plastic like glasses with like metal frames because they keep snapping by the where the was it where one of the legs or like do I want to say arms swing out so that like to put them and they go right behind your ear. They just kept breaking like where if you pull up an image of the glasses like where the little I don't know what pieces of glasses are. But it's the part where you swing them out. Like it's like the axle bit where you swing the arm out to put them on. They keep
Oh
snapping
yeah, I
there.
get it.
And then yesterday I went to like I don't know how far this like business goes out, but it's like I can't remember the name. We'll just leave it nameless for now. And I ended up getting a new glasses style. It's wire frames, and they're meant to be like a bit of a smaller, but they have those round edges. People like said you get like my mother's been saying if you get those glasses you look like Harry Potter. At this point, I wish I was as famous as Harry Potter.
Damn.
Yeah, wireframes. I also have wireframes, but they are more square and a brass or golden color, so I don't really look any close to Harry Potter.
Wait, we know how we were talking about having like a volcano tracking things when it erupts. We have like emergency systems. What if on one of the islands we had like a main emergency like SAR facility, and that if it detects like a volcano erupting and if it like it hears the sirens or whatever, we would have
What's
it
the
so
point
it
if
could
they
send like a
think we're
radio
gonna
thing?
get
Okay, hold on. It's got to be a lot.
Everyone's gonna be dead by the time they arrive, so I think you should just put
find
So I mean, like
pods.
we have like a weather station.
I mean, it would not be a
Right,
bad
and-
idea to
A water
also
station,
include
yes, but
bunkers,
not a
which
star one.
actually
Not the
going
SAR
back to
station.
Molly's idea with I don't know whose idea was it with the bunkers, but that might be like only put there as best hope survival because
Yeah, like what?
you'd rather
what
be
if we
buried
have it
alive
so-
than killed by fire, unless
Wait. Alright, I have an idea. Can I have speaking for like a minute?
Yeah, go ahead. You have the chat.
All right, so I'm as we know based on my creations, I like star, right? So what if we made like a star, not a star, a star station that had like boats for like helping with stuff around the islands, but if there was like a volcano eruption, we have like a special area that it can transmit a radio signal to every like facility on the island, and if they have like an accepting transmitter, they can have it so their facility is like warned and it has sirens that actually go off if you can't hear the sirens from the shore,
The
and we can
NSW
have it
system.
so it's like a weather facility as well, and you can have it just like send signals out to things, and if it's like emergency volcanoes, you need to get inside now, we
Now,
can transmit that to the things, and they can go get in their bunkers or whatever.
I don't think like the radio station like your thingy should just be like SAR oriented because as well as and foreign attacks because we have to consider like this is also being based off of Hawaii, who's infamous for like the
And there
bombings
could
from
be like pirates and stuff, so we'd probably need some
pirates
Coast Guard
and then
boats.
foreign attacks from like planes. But yeah, I like the idea of an SAR facility, but it could have like ships like this. No, wait, not this. One like some of like 454s, and then some other like folks' rescue ships, because like being able to dock them, like you're able to dock
Yeah,
them.
like, and we need to have like an area that's like strictly for defense of all the facilities on the islands,
Yeah, so like
and for like rescuing people.
so we're gonna have
So
like one island based off of was it Forts Island with its own battleship row, as well as
yeah, and, like
What's the
we need
point?
to have something in
Oh,
case of
Why?
like if you have enemy AI enabled.
No, I think that if you have to build fortifications around civilian infrastructure, then that's just a wrong place to build civilian infrastructure. So
I'm
No, I
why
mean
do we
like
assume that there's a
okay.
war and we need a goddamn fort
no,
protecting
I think
hotels?
No, hold on here.
I mean
We're not like putting
I
it
think
like on the
we
city. It
have.
goes like on mountaintops. There's like one or two islands that
All right,
like there's naval docks as well.
all right, Admiral, open your map again. Go to the islands. All right,
All
and
right.
then there is this like U-shaped island by Mount Murtak,
Well, Mount
and
Murtak.
if there's like a U-shaped island by it that has a U at the top, and like, well, it's by it's
Hold on, I gotta
over.
find
How to
maps.
explain it? Yeah, it's over here, and if you zoom in on that. I'm thinking at like the very end, the little no, go to the end on that little island area. What if we had like a fort there or something along that place? So if you have enemy AI enabled, it can still defend, but it's not going to be like the big thing of the islands. It can still have like a
Why are we
defense.
going to build a fortification, generally fortifications, right near the sea level? I think some mountaintop would be a much better solution.
Yeah, like hold on here. Like there's the submarine base like that was made like submarine island where they made forts and stuff like a
Yeah, where you
some
can
dude
like
made a
build
U-boat
but had a
pen.
submarine
One of our
dock.
yeah, like the mountaintops radar, maybe like somewhere mid-plane, like probably ironically right. Don't know if your like thing was it the Cavern of Thames resort. That's like something that you would probably put like an Air Force / military fort, like a fort. And then so, like one of these islands could be like an actual naval base based off of like Pearl Harbor's Forts Island, where along the road you could dock maybe a few battleships just to let them sit there. Because
Yeah, like in case there's like enemy AI attacks, like
not
not
no,
for use at the time as like a military base, but like in case
in case
there's
there's some in
like
case some
pirates or enemy
pirates.
AI.
Nah, we're not just going to talk about just enemy AI. Yeah, if you just focus on one enemy, you will not expect the second. We were too bit. Let's put it this way: how Pearl Harbor played out. We were too focused on Germany, like the German.
Then Japan.
Yeah, when Japan decided to ding up a few of our boats.
Yeah.
So it's like it's. Don't know if we should say battleships are going like to one specific island. I mean, it's not a bad idea to have like one or two military installations, but it's as well as a SAR installation. But like, this
I think
is
we
Hawaii.
have to have a star installation in case someone like
Yeah.
crashes their boat offshore and they need help.
Is this
You know?
island included, or is this like one of the uninhabitable ones that just doesn't belong?
I think that one's too far out to be considered in the main island chain.
Yeah, so one of these is gonna be, don't know where, but, yeah, so, it's a good idea to have, like, some things scattered about, as well as, while some need to be congregated. For example, with, like, Margaritaville, like, maybe this island, no, wait, maybe, like, an island, there's my resort, and then along nearby is, like, like, a main cruise ship terminal.
And then we have the Tails diving thing at, well, Tails.
Maybe we could have Margaritaville over here. No, wait. Maybe, if, like, depends how deep this water is, unless this is just a stupid little sandbar, that could flood easily in storms. Unless I have to elevate I'm not gonna elevate Margaritaville. There's gonna be, like, beach fronts and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna get taken up with big enough wind levels. I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
Alright, wait.
Yes. I think that this U-shaped island, the sea, reverse sea, would actually be better because it has some sort of height.
Yeah, a bit hype as well as that.
Wait, have you guys seen Top Gun Maverick, where they have like that bar resting on the beach?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, that's what Margaritaville is gonna be.
Yeah, but like, what if you did that, but like, on like maybe it's like a little raised up from the like, but not like, how do I put it? Like maybe it's like raised up by a foot, so if a wave, I don't know where you're gonna build. I don't know. And
Yeah,
just spitballing ideas.
Well, I think I'm actually gonna leave because it's getting dark here. Are y'all like American or something?
I am.
It's 5:17 for me.
5:17 for me. So are you on like the west coast?
Oh, no, I'm Polish.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had a few Polish, like, I've talked to like a few like people on Discord who do claim they're from Poland. I feel like, so I am, sometimes my family says I'm either Polish, but I feel like I've been told I'm actually German. Like like my family started out like on my side of like my mother's side on the family, where it splits in between like Irish and other Europeans. There's this one side of her family started out in Germany, then declared themselves Polish.
Oh.
And then they met the Irish family like somewhere down the line for like having me.
I'm Irish, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'm Irish too. Wait, what's your clan?
I don't actually know. I'd have to ask my dad. He
I'm O'Neill.
follows all that stuff. Oh yeah, that sea island that he pointed out, that would definitely work well for your Margaritaville.
What,
the C-shaped island?
Yeah, that would, but the thing is not too big. Like, this time, like, I'm gonna say this is gonna be, well, does this island have a name? It doesn't have a name.
It doesn't. That means you get to name it, technically.
We're gonna, hold on. I'm gonna make this a joke with you because it's on a play with Jaws. So, like, we're gonna call this thing Molly's Vineyard.
Oh, I like that.
Molly's Vineyard because, it's named after Martha's. Hold on, what's the island of Martha's Vineyard look like?
Island of Martha's?
No, the Martha's Vineyard, island in Dukes County, Massachusetts, is where the Jaws like franchise takes place. Oh no, it's more of like a cowboy hat shape. But that does look like a good place to call like a vineyard.
Yeah, and it's elevated enough where waves will probably only reach you if it's like above 70% wind. Maybe like 60% wind.
So yeah, we're gonna call like the town that pops up here Molly's Vineyard. In Margaritaville.
I don't know why every lake is named after me, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I only made that as a joke because MM starting that way, and one of the founders of like this entire idea is named Molly, or has the word Molly in it. I named like my like of course I have like few names like on one of the games I'm called Cannon the Man Cannon, and the other one is called Admiral Kozowski because of famous TF2 dance or emote. I don't know how it is. It's called the Kozowski Kick, which is based off the Russian was it the Kazanchuk dance? And some Russian vessels, like a ton of Russian ones, like the Admiral Kuznetsov, that carrier, the Admiral was it Gorshkov, Admiral Grigovich, and all that. They just slapped the word Admiral, and there it is. So ironically, I have my name based off that. Like I am obsessed with like Cold War as well.
Yeah, I know too much history about wars and stuff.
Same. Oh my god, my dad works at like a nuclear power plant, and he said, you have somehow managed to outsmart me in history. Meanwhile, I outsmart you in general.
Huh.
That's why I find funny. But
yeah. What you were saying earlier about the names of these islands, like, who came up with Mount GB Danny?
yeah, so, hold on. I want to show you something. Some of these locations around the whole world are named after famous content creators of, like, who created, like...
Like, I know there's OB Lighthouse.
OB Lighthouse, Komodo Terminal, and Spy Cakes Terminal. You have...
yeah.
You have Frantic Lighthouse, which is by, the fishing village on Sawyer Island, named I believe after the main guy who made the game. And then I don't know about the other, like some of the other locations. I probably know because I've actually talked to the people who shared the names with them. Where is it? I talked with Enzo Cat in another server, as well as. Oh my god, there's so many like locations I just want to show. Yeah, Prime. Oh no.
The thing with this project is, I'm gonna speak real quick. There's so many islands that if everyone that got in on this project, like, made a creation, like, if it got really massive, it would probably be really laggy. So we need to, like, keep it down on how many people are considered, like, for their creations to be added to the project.
But here's the thing, we don't want to make it go like contests or something. We just want to be like,
we want it to be a community project.
Yes,
this is common. This is community. This is everyone's project. All right.
Yeah, this is like, this thing is as much important to me as it is to you.
Yeah, and it's like, I like this project because it's not like the shipwreck add-on. You know what I mean? It's not like it's controlled by everyone.
It's not like how 454 hosts his usual like contests or stuff.
Yeah.
It's moreover like how
quick,
everybody's like considered a winner.
Yeah, when I first got into this game, I started out making trains, and then 454 SS released his train video, and then I stopped making trains because I knew I would never, get a popular creation because T just uploaded his. You know what I mean? So I don't want
I know.
any of like,
my style. I will never
really
be the most popular
in on this. Yeah, I want this to be like a creation for the community with the community,
Yeah, it's like I never really watched anime, and this one guy who I saw a video of said this too. I'm not a real anime fan, but I am a history fan. And then he watches the Girls on Panzer series, and he says this thing was actually made by tank fans for tank fans. And it, oh my god, worked perfectly. Like, there was no other series you could really get that's better than that, when it comes to, like, using anime to make that.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I also want to build a few, like, kind of joke boats, like, not joke boats. What is it? Just boats to get to the islands in general. Like, we're gonna, like, borrow 454 and a few, submarines. Like, 454 is probably the best, like, for, like, technology and exploration lies, because you get that.
Some of his microcontrollers I opened, and I'm very confused immediately.
I mean, it's like there's so much available on his boats compared to Danny's. Like, there is a mention I joke about, like, I joked about one boys as a convoy. It's GB Danny's, was it submarine ship or something? Not submarine ship. Like, it was a recovery ship, and it was going to go with, the Cochrane, or I call it the Cochran. Like,
yeah, I think we do need to make some boats to actually get out to the islands. I know we have tour boats and stuff, but we definitely need some to get to the islands.
yeah, but here's the thing. It's meant to also go with, like, some of the boats I found. Like, Danny's boats are able to get to the cruise terminals as well as,
like, most of my boats that I've made are SAR boats, so I'd have to make some completely
okay,
different...
so yeah, we're gonna let you have, for right now, have charge the SAR station. But, hold on. I'm gonna pull up some of the boats that would go well, like, on their own, like, straight ripped off from there, that we could just say could
So,
be.
I get my resort, and currently, unless someone better takes my place, I am in charge of the SAR thing.
Yeah, like, mainly, so, we're gonna, like, use a lot of different, like, boats when it comes to this stuff. Hold on, where is it? I really like horsing around with some of these, like, boats. Here's one of Danny's, the RMS Mom, which, some of these are, like, just pure ocean liners. These ones, like the Queen Elizabeth II that, Sci-Fi Deep made, as well as, some of others, they're really small, yes, really compact, but they feel so big.
Yeah.
Because I've been on, like, 3 of Carnival ships as of right now, and he's got, like, the Carnival, was it Holiday, was it the Sovereign of the Seas, and then he has the Queen Elizabeth II made. And then you have ships like Danny's, which are also, like, they're old chuggers, let's put it that way. There's some that just, like, spit out diesel and look like old chuggers. Danny somehow went from spitting out diesel fumes that look like old chuggers, or modern it a bit, to straight up old chugger all the way. Which it makes it feel very vibrant in the ships that I like coming into here, because you have, like, Olympic doing booze cruises just to get away from the prohibition, as well as, like, other neat ships. What else did I have? I was working on one ship, I lost the file to it, but I'm willing to try it again. It is it was the Japanese, like, the creator I talked to you guys about, who was, Japanese. And it was this 36, container ship that could hold, like, 36. And I was going to make it like a dorm ship for, like, the Academy. It had, like, it's as if the Academy went on the go. Which probably won't be a bad idea for the island chain that, some of the OMA students, besides just, well, I don't know how the dynamic would work with, at the school, like, once you're done, do they just, like, let you, like, take the keys to, like, let's say the Cochrane and just sail her to the island? It's like, alright, we're just wanting you to go learn some stuff, here's the keys, just make sure it doesn't get scratched. It's like the guy at a rental car service.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't want to, like, put out too many ideas, and then, like, and that's something I have to do. I want as many people to be able to put in their creations and ideas as possible.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And yes, it's also very vibrant, because instead of, like, that old, like, alright, ironically, the port I'm building this at is, the old Chernobyl port. Like, it's based off the very plant that blew up in, 1986.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble getting...
What is...
So,
Is there a...
What?
I have a question. Does each X and... Do you know if each X and Y coordinate that you move, like, on the map, is that, like, a meter? Like, what is that?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, you mean, like...
Yeah, the X and Y coordinates.
Yeah, so... I've do a bit of engineering. I wanted to use like get into filmmaking. The greatest example I give. So X, chart wise is up and down. Y is like side to side. And then Z is like, hold on, so 3D modeling plane. Y is like you're down, like you're looking down on the table. X is you're looking like at the table from a distance.
Yeah.
And Z is doing the same thing, just in the other side of the table. Like, instead of looking at the front face of the table, you're looking at its right face.
That actually made a lot of sense.
Yes. So, the original idea is, I will probably be building a few more boats, like, just for the conversions, like, if you watch our friend Mike Brady's, no, not Mike Brady, is it Mike, yeah, Mike Brady, I think, from Oceanliner Designs, you're gonna see some funny stuff. One of these, things is, like, how some sailors were messing around on this one ocean liner, and then decided to, what is it? One of the sailors jokingly opened the porthole and tossed a case of beer outside, and then one sailor, without even thinking, just dove through the porthole to retrieve the beer. And he gets to, like, the staircase that they have open on the side when they're at dock.
Yeah.
Not like the, when they're actually up here, but, like, you can row a boat out, get on this metal staircase, and walk up into the ship. This officer looks at him from the staircase. He's already on there with the case of beer, and he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, you had that whole conversation. Like, you probably had the most awkward conversation.
And the question is, do we think the largest radio that we can make in Stormworks would be large enough to, like, reach across the entire map?
I mean, there are add-ons that allow separate little stations. I think we don't need to worry about... I mean, we just need to get to the closest mainland island with, like, one of them.
Yeah.
As well as to nearby ships. Honestly, that was why they did not have enough lifeboats on the Titanic. They weren't expecting to evacuate the whole ship. They were only expecting to, like, evacuate... a decent bit, not like the whole ship.
Yeah,
like,
the others can die. That's what they will call it.
Yeah, so I probably at some point will get this back. So I'm gonna probably make two versions of this specific ship model. One with what is it? One that's meant to, like, sail nearby the academy where all the students and staff could sleep because there's, like, not enough room there. And maybe, like, a few other research boats and cranes. And then another one that is essentially just a school on the move. Like, I don't know if I could even code that missions. I just I just quote-unquote buy the thing, slap a new, like, some stuff on it, and there. New boat done. Of course, yes, I do this with permission. I tried to find, like, old cargo ships that have this style, so they look somewhat modern. This is a 36 container ship. I'm going to say, for, like, probably the canon purposes, and specifically that it was made in Japan. Yeah, 36 container ship. And I saw this and I said, yo, you mind if I, like, take this and, convert it into a passenger ship? Okay, so... Hold on, I have to find the... Yeah, the author was Corin. Yeah, so I asked him if I had to, like, translate in Japanese. Could I mind if I use this for a build to post on the workshop? And he's... Oh, I had to retranslate what he said back. Through Google, of course. And well, where is it? Let me translate. He said it in Japanese. Yeah, he's Japanese. He says, "Please feel free to use it."
Huh? Yeah, earlier when we were discussing like who would upload the add-on.
Yeah.
I mean, and if we can't find someone who has a beefy enough PC, we might just be forced to upload the add-on on like little split up bits, and each one updates
Yeah, but
their
how do
parts.
we place all the
together.
Yeah, but how do we like place all the items into the big add-on? Yeah, that's why we need the beefy computer.
And if we can't find a beefy computer, we're basically just forced to upload them as separate add-ons and then link them together. But hopefully, we don't have to do that because then it like removes the sense of it being a community project. You know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, do you have anything else we could like talk about, or are we done here?
I mean, I think that's about it for now.
Yeah.
I'll message you if I find anything else that we
Yeah.
can think of. Who's making the Discord server for this thing?
I mean, I could try and get a fair bit of it and just let it like fester on its own, see what other people would think about. But in general, yeah, I will try and create the Discord server. So, what do we want to call our little thing here? Because at first I thought I was gonna go with Margaritaville because that was like what I was gonna.
Yeah, but then it's a group project now.
Yeah,
so we need to come up with a group.
What do we want to call the? I don't want to just say volcanic islands because it's only referring to volcanoes. I like.
You know what? All right. Maybe we're not done here because we need to come up with a way we can get the name out. All right. So what if we make it so the group of island chains will like for the add-on will like name the group of island chains, right? And then each island will have its own like individual name, right?
Yeah,
But
I mean like the
what is-
island chain project in general. Wait.
Yeah. Wait, what if we made it so people, like, when we get the Discord server working for this project, we have it so people can vote and and make polls for their names, you know? Or, like, and we have, like, one big poll at the end for all the different names
Alright.
that we came up with?
About like the VCC, like volcanic chain colonization. Like,
We'll have to think on it, but
yeah. Well, Molly, it was really nice talking to you.
I do agree. It was very nice. Text me or DM me if you need anything or want to invite me to Discord. You know what I mean.
Yes.
I guess. See ya.
See ya. And with that, folks, we are done. Thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to hear your suggestions.